If you've been trying to learn how to wholesale real estate, then you have arrived at the correct video. In this series that I'm going to make completely for free, I'm going to teach you how to go from complete beginner to somebody who is able to know everything there is to know about wholesaling real estate, at least everything that I know, which is quite a fucking bit. I've made millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. I have taught thousands, tens of thousands of people how to wholesale real estate. I have hundreds of successful students. I have students who are making over $1 million a year from wholesaling real estate. It is safe to say I know what I'm talking about, okay? And in this series, I'm gonna give all of that information to you completely for free. I'm gonna be making a new video in this series showing you exactly what you need to know to become successful, okay? This is going to be all completely free. Now, here's the deal. The reason why I make these videos and the reason why I want to teach people how to do this is because I want to do deals with people, all right? I found out a long time ago that if I teach people how to wholesale real estate, they will want to do deals with me. And so, by the way, if you have a deal and are looking for help selling it, there is a link down below where you can JV with me and I will help you sell your deal and we will split the profits and we're both going to make a lot of money. So just, I'm going to put everything out there in front of us. That's the reason why I make these videos. Like I am serving here. I want to make money with you by doing deals with you. All right. But with that being said, I'm still going to show you every single thing you could possibly need to know about wholesaling real estate in this series. We're going to cover everything. But the problem is because it's free, people don't tend to value it. Okay, it's the #1 problem with the education system in America. People love to talk about, oh, we have the shittiest schools. No, we don't. We have amazing schools. The problem is it's free, so nobody gives a shit about it. Okay, if they paid for it, we'd get a lot better results. Now, that's why I do have paid programs. It's because when people pay for it, they know that they're investing in themselves. Look, you can tell anything about anyone based on where they spend their money. That's going to show you what somebody actually cares about. But I want to make this accessible to everybody. But I'm going to promise you right now, I'm going to make a deal with you right now that I'm not going to give you fluff. Now, this video right here is going to be a little bit of fluff. This is the welcome video. I need to get your mind right. I need to tell you what you're going to get into. You're not going to be learning anything specific in this video, but you still need to watch it. You need to watch every single video, okay? Including this one. Because listen, I'm telling you right now, if you truly want to be successful, you're going to need to learn the things I'm going to tell you. Because becoming successful in any endeavor, whether it's wholesaling real estate or starting any business, you need to realize that you're going to need to make some certain very large changes to your mindset. And I'm going to teach you how to do that really quickly instead of you just skipping ahead because you're like, fuck that, I don't need this. Let me go to #2 video, which is going to be on whatever, right? Because I'm going to take you through the steps as you should go through them when it comes to wholesaling real estate. Don't just fucking skip ahead. You need to watch this entire thing. But anyway, like I was saying, this is all going to be completely free, but we need to make a deal. Because even though it's completely free, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you all the sauce. This is the same stuff I give to people in my paid programs. This is the same stuff that I've done myself. It's the same stuff that my students who are crushing it are doing, okay? I'm not just like skimming off the top. There's no other secret sauce, okay? So that's my promise to you is I'm going to give you the good shit. I'm going to give you the stuff that you need if you want to take this business so that you can live the kind of life that you want to, all right? I know because I was like you, all right? We'll get to that in a second. But I'm going to give you the good stuff. And in return, I need you to actually commit to this, okay? If you're the kind of person who is just like, oh, let me check this out. Let me see if this is for me. I don't really know yet. This isn't for you, okay? Skip the video, fucking hit the dealership, go get a job over there, all right? If you already understand what wholesaling real estate is, you understand this business model, you know it's for you, then you're in the right place, okay? But I don't need anybody sitting on the fence over here, all right? Either shit or get off the pot. Now's the time to decide. Also, if you're the kind of person who is like so fucking TikTok brained where you can't even like watch however long this video is going to be, I don't know, it's probably going to be over 30 minutes. You can't even fucking sit down and watch that shit for a second. This also isn't going to be for you. These are all going to be long form videos where I literally show you everything there is to know about any given process. It's going to be exactly as if you paid me tens of thousands of dollars for a one-on-one mentorship. And every single day we hopped on fucking Zoom calls and I showed you what to do. That's what this series is going to be. All right. So if you're the kind of person that's like, ooh, not for me. All right. Fuck you. Don't want to be friends with you. You're probably lame and you get no bitches. But if you're the kind of person who's like that hypes them up, you're excited. You're like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm ready to lock in. Like you already got your notepad. If you're that person, this is for you, all right? I want to be friends with you. I like you. We are already tight. We just cosmically have not met yet, but we will soon probably, okay? So we're fucking locked in. And if that is you right now, do me a favor. Fucking put in the comments right now and say what's up, all right? And affirm to yourself that you are going to watch every single video and that you are going to take action on it, okay? Because that's another thing. That's another thing, especially about free stuff. The reason why I don't like doing shit for free is because people don't take action on it. When people pay me for programs, they fucking do. And then they go get the results. But free people are like, oh, because they didn't pay anything, they didn't commit, they have no skin in the game. They're like, I'll get to it. Like, wow, Tyson just showed me exactly what I need to do to make $20,000. And even though I'm fucking behind on my rent and I don't have enough money for this, and my fucking girlfriend's going to leave me because I'm not making enough money and I can't provide for her, and my parents are in debt, but fuck, you know, I'll start next week, right? It's because they didn't pay anything. They have no skin in the game, all right? But if it's not you and you're like, dude, you're just been begging for an opportunity for somebody to take a chance on you, that is this moment right now. I am taking a chance on you. Okay, because there's a million things I could be doing. Just to give you, just to clue you in right now, it's currently 7:12 a.m. All right, I've been up for fucking 2 hours already, just fucking working, just making money, learning, and doing things that are gonna help me make money. Okay, now I would like to keep continuing to do those things, but I thought, maybe if I take a chance on some people and I give them all the sauce they need for free, that they will learn how to do it. They'll go get some fucking deals and then we'll end up doing some together, right? Because here's the deal. I need people who are fucking hustlers, who are bringing me deals. Because guess what? Once I see you start doing that, maybe I'm going to share my deals with you. And I have quite a fucking bit of them, all right? And that's what I want to see, because that's what I'm doing with my top students. That's what I want to do with you, all right? So if you are going to fucking watch every single video, you are going to implement, leave a comment, tell me what you would like me to know about you. Because like I said, maybe our paths haven't crossed yet, but I'm telling you, if you implement this stuff, you start doing it, the cosmos are going to fucking intertwine our lives together somehow. And so we will meet eventually. And I'd like for you to, you know, when that day comes, be like, yo, check it out. I left a fucking comment. All right. So comment what I should know about you right now. If you only if you're the type of person who's actually going to fucking take action on this, actually going to do this, actually going to change their life, actually use this information to go make a ton of money. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to go into is, obviously this is the first video of I don't even know how many. Basically, I'm going to be covering every single step as a beginner would need to know about it. Okay. Now, what I do not want you to do is come into my video today and be like, well, where do I start? Or what happened? How do I find the buyer? You don't fucking need to know how to do that yet, okay? I know how all the steps work, right? For you, they're this contorted, jumbled up, fucking amalgamation of shit. For me, I know I have the bird's eye view. I know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? I know the way they go. And here's the deal. I am going to teach them in the way that you need to learn them, because you do not need to be making problems in your head that don't fucking exist yet, right? Like, I love these people. They're like, wow. They're like, it looks like you made $20,000, but how do I pay taxes on that? And I'm like, well, did you make $20,000 yet on a wholesale deal? And they're like, no, but then what the fuck you worried about it for, all right? Eventually, I'll tell you what, go make 20 G's and then you can have a fucking free consultation with a CPA who will tell you what to do. But right now, you're inventing problems in your own head. And guess what? Your brain does not know the difference between these imaginary invented problems and problems that actually exist in your life. You got some fucking caveman brain who's like, oh, fuck, fire, danger, I gotta get the fuck out of here, right? That's what you're operating on. That's what I'm operating on. Let's not make it any more confusing, any more problems for this brain of ours, okay? So, watch the videos in the order and do the things in the order, because guess what? We will eventually get to the shit you do need to know. All right? We'll get there. I promise. We will. But it's when you need to know about it. Okay? Next, wholesaling real estate is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you are under the impression that you are going to fucking watch a couple of videos and a week later cash 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, $100,000 checks, guess what? You're fucking wrong. It's not how it works. Yes, wholesaling real estate is easily the best way to make a lot of money quickly with the lowest barrier to entry. That's true. But guess what? It takes time. And I know this is going to scare some of you guys. It takes work. You're not just going to show up, watch videos, and then fucking checks are going to land in your lap. That's not how this works. You're going to have to do some work. And guess what? I'm going to tell you the truth because most people out there won't. A lot of it is going to be fucking boring. You're going to have to make a ton of fucking cold calls every single day. And guess what? That shit sucks. It especially sucks when a lot of those cold calls, you're ripping people on lowball offers and they're going to get really mad at you. And they're probably going to call you mean names. And in the beginning, you're not going to have the sales skills because you haven't developed them yet to handle that shit. And it might hurt your feelings a little bit. But guess what? If you are willing to push through that, if you right now understand that your life is not where you want to be, right? And you are willing to endure through a little bit of boringness and being called a little bit of names over the phone, then everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of that, okay? Because if you can push through that part where you have to make those cold calls, and guess what? There's no going around it. You have to start there. It's even if you had fucking $100,000 to throw at this every single month on PPC ads and all this other shit, you need to develop those sales skills. And the way to do that is through cold calling. So you have to get through that, all right? But once you do that, once you get through, I call it like the crucible, you get through that initial gauntlet of getting your first deal, you earn two very important things. Not only do you close that first deal and now you have some fucking money that you could put behind your operation and make everything a lot easier, but you also have experience. Because when you get started doing this, you're not just getting paid in money. The most important thing you're getting paid in is experience, all right? Every single cold call you make, every single time somebody asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, or an objection that you handle incorrectly, right? Or you make a lowball offer and they don't accept and you try a new negotiation thing. Every single time something like that happens, you're learning, you're getting better. You're growing your sales skills. You're growing your skills of analyzing a deal, figuring out what your ARV, what your repair cost, what your MAO is, all right? You're growing your networking skills. You're becoming a better salesperson. You're becoming better on the phone. There's all these things that add up, okay? I think about when I was, first in the game, right? You need to remember, I wasn't always this guy. One time I was 22. I was fucking broke. I didn't have enough money to get double fucking chicken at Chipotle. I didn't have enough money to fucking Uber Eats anything. All my money, and if I had extra money, bro, it was spent at the bar and I was fucking off, right? I used to be that guy, right? But I had to become the person I am now, and it started with developing these initial skills, the skills I got from closing that first deal. Guys, when I was on my fucking journey, right? If you guys don't know, I got started wholesaling real estate. It took me 2 months to get my first deal. I was making over 1,000 cold calls a day, 6 days a week, okay? 6 days a week I was doing that. It took me 2 months to get that first deal under contract. You don't think that 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks in, when I'm making these calls, I've been doing this fucking every single day for a month and a half and I have nothing to show for it? You don't think there were times where I was like, oh my fucking God, what am I doing wrong? Is this a scam? Is this not going to work for me? So all this shit, man, I put in all this time and I don't have anything to show for it, right? But what I didn't realize was I did have things to show for it. And I realized this later on now, but about a month in, I remember I talked to this woman and she, said she was interested in selling. And when we got to the price, I immediately knew the price she was asking there was like a $20,000 fee in it. Even just without negotiating, if I just gave her the price she wanted. And you know what? I did. And I made her an offer at the price. She's like, that's great. I'll tell you what, tomorrow we can go ahead and get all the paperwork sorted out, get this deal done. And I was like, fuck yeah. What time tomorrow? She's like, noon. I was like, I'll be there. Hell yeah. Guess what? I'm fucking stoked, right? I'm like, damn, I'm going to get this deal under contract. It's going to be so easy to sell. I'm going to make $20,000. I was already counting my fucking money. And then guess what? I give her a call tomorrow, first thing in the morning, right? Just to confirm, hey, we still on for noon. No answer. Oh, fuck. Send a text. No answer. Give her a call again, another hour. No answer. Oh, fuck. Noon comes around. She has not answered. I've called her several times. I've texted her a bunch of times. No fucking answer. I'm so fucking defeated. Eventually, she does call me back around 5 p.m. She says, hey, Tyson, super sorry. But last night, I talked to somebody else. They actually were able to offer me more, and we just went ahead and did it over the phone. And so, yeah, I appreciate your time, but the house is sold to somebody else. Somebody else got to that fucking lead and they fucking made shit happen, which is going to be a lesson we'll talk about later on. They fucking made shit happen. They got it done right then and there. They didn't wait till fucking tomorrow. And because of that, I lost that fucking deal. Now, I had already been feeling how I was saying earlier, so fucking pissed, right? Feeling like I've been wasting my time, right? That's how I'd been feeling. And then I just got hit by that fucking hammer, right? Of like just that gut punch, all the wind out of my sails, man. I'm like been working all this time, so I'm in the show for it. Finally have this one little win, boom, taken out from underneath me, right? Guess what? While I lost $20,000 that day, essentially, I'll tell you what, after that, that's not a lesson I ever had to learn again. And I learned something very important. And that was when you've got somebody ready to move, right? Somebody ready to make a move. We do not fucking wait till tomorrow. We get this done right now, okay? And because of that, how many more hundreds of thousands of dollars have I made because of that philosophy, because I learned that lesson? Now, that's just an example of what I'm telling you is, trust me, in the beginning, that fucking not getting that 20 G's stung more than you could possibly imagine. But the lesson I learned has now been with me forever, okay? That's just one little example of how you are getting paid in experience before you get paid in money. Because getting paid in money, that's the last thing that happens. And I know that fucking sucks. But you will learn that this experience compounds and it makes making the money so much easier, so much quicker, okay? So remember, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to just close your first deal fucking tomorrow. It is going to take time. You're going to get yelled at quite a bit. You're going to have to do boring things. But guess what? If you want to live an extraordinary life, right? You guys, look, and if you guys don't know me, right? If you don't know who I am, I live in the fucking 5,500 square foot house in the nicest zip code in Arizona. I have a Rolls Royce Cullinan. I have a fucking Ferrari. I've got my wife, her fucking Porsche, right? All parked out front, right? I got a $5,000 English Bulldog running around. I haven't had to worry about fucking any kind of money in years. And the reason why I have all of this and the reason why I can do all of this is because I was willing to do that fucking boring shit that most people weren't willing to do. And guess what? I didn't really have to do it for that long. I probably had to do it for a year. All right. And I was making good money, right? But I had to do it for a year until I was able to get these systems, processes, and people in place that were able to get me to the point where I am now. Okay. So going along that vein, you need to realize that most people are normal, right? They're normal people. Now, here's the deal. You do not want to be normal, okay? Normal people don't have fucking anything that you want, all right? You have to be willing to be different. You have to be willing to do things that other people are not if you want to live the kind of life that most people are not able to, all right? You have to be willing to do that. And guess what? It fucking sucks. It's hard. If it wasn't, everybody would be driving around in Lamborghinis, okay? But that's not the way it is. So if you are ready to sack up, do some shit that is going to be uncomfortable and not fun. But here, and also, is what I'm going to say on that, is your ability to be successful is directly correlated to that trait, all right? The kind of person who has the level of self-mastery to get themselves to do shit that is not that fun right now, but will get them the things they want in the future is going to be the person who will have everything they want. Okay. Like, for instance, right now, I don't just relish in the fact of me sitting down and just recording this video for you guys because I don't get any direct gain anytime soon. Right. Months from now, after you guys, and I've gotten the people who need to see this stuff, we've got the right crowd in here. Months from now, after they've consumed this and the next videos 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 and however many, and they start doing deals, maybe I'll get to do a deal with them. That is months from now, right? That payday for me is coming. But guess what? I'm willing to do shit that I don't, just love to be able to do. I'm just able to get myself to do it. That's why I'm able to have the shit that I have. Okay? That's why I'm able to live the kind of life that I get to live. Guys, look, I fucking golf every single day. I'm 27 years old. I'm at the golf course every single day. And guess what? I have complete freedom in my time to do that. I can go do that 4.5 hours a day, completely fuck off. The money and shit that I spend on it is pretty much free because it doesn't even, and it's because I put in this early work because I was able to do the things I didn't want to do. All right. And that's something you're going to have to do. You need to understand, I was like you. Okay, look. It's not like I was always like this. It's not like I was always like, I am inherently a lazy person. I always have been. I don't like fucking doing uncomfortable shit. All right. It's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. All right. This is a skill that I've had to develop. All right. Over time. Right. It started in college where I realized is that, look, what the fuck? Okay. We're back. Technical difficulties. This skill started for me in college when I realized that I did not want to fucking go to class. Going to class sucks. All right. And at first I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it, right? But if I didn't do that, and then I also did poorly on the tests, and I didn't do the assignments, then I would not get good grades, and then I would lose my scholarship, and then I could no longer be in fantasy land fucking around at a frat at the University of Alabama, partying every single day. So I was like, well, how can I not go to class but also be able to maintain good grades? I was like, well, what if instead of going to class, I just, however many hours I was supposed to go to class that day, if I just spent 1/4 of that time, so if I was supposed to be in class for 4 hours and I just spent 1 hour in the library, or in my case, the study room at the frat, doing the shit that I would be doing in class, learning the things, but instead of having to rely on the dumbass teacher going slow for all the fucking lowest common denominator people in the room, I could just do it at my own pace, spend an hour on it, learn everything I needed to do my assignments, and I'd be fine. And guess what? That is the start to my thing. And so I was like, okay, shit. There we go. I can do this thing that I don't want to do to be able to get the thing that I eventually want, right? That I want more, just not that I want right now. And okay. And I learned. I'm like, all right, this makes sense, right? So that's how I started with that. But eventually, right, when I graduated college and I was like, oh, fuck, I need money. I have this beautiful girlfriend, this woman that I love very much, right? I don't want to be a fucking, like, some lazy piece of shit, has no money, nothing going for him. Like, I need to become the man that she deserves. I need to become the sort of man I know I'm capable of being, right? And it was like, oh, well, fuck. It's right in the middle of COVID. The job, the nice cushy job I had lined up is gone. What am I supposed to do? Well, I was just like you, right? Fucking on TikTok, on YouTube, watching these fucking make money things, seeing the thing about day trading, tried drop shipping, all these kinds of things. And by the grace of God, I was lucky enough to land upon wholesaling, and I was stupid enough to just fucking go all in on it because I was 22 years old and I was an idiot. I had nothing to lose. But guess what? Because I did that, now I am where I am today. And even though during the first 6 months, the first 2 months, I didn't even have anything to fucking show for it, I didn't realize then all the experience I was building, that then when I did talk to the guy, his name's John, that was the first deal that I ended up making $15,000 on, I realized had I not had all of those 2 months of experience of cold calling, I probably would have fumbled that deal. But because I did have the experience and I'd learned a lot of things during the way, I was able to get on the phone with him. I was able to get the deal done. I was able to get it closed, and I was able to make 15 grand. And that's when it became real for me. All right. Now I say this, that wholesaling isn't a get rich quick scheme. Here's the deal. In those first 2 months, I made $0. Then I closed that deal and I made $15,000. I got started in May of 2020. Between May of 2020 and December 31st of 2020, I did just shy of $400,000. So as you can see, after closing that first $15,000 deal, once I had 15 racks plus all that experience from those 2 months, shit started to multiply pretty quickly. 2021, I made over $1 million, and I've done over $1 million every single year since then. All right. So while yes, it's not a get rich quick scheme, you're not going to just fucking make 30 bands, in a night or in a week. It starts to snowball. Okay. But then you start to get to a level where you realize $1 million isn't even a lot of money in like the real, like actual making money world. And then, you start to try and figure out how to get more or whatever. I digress. That's not, this is not the time or point. Okay. All right. There's an alarm for me to walk my trash down my long ass driveway so that the fucking waste management people can pick it up. So I've got to pause. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Pardon the interruption. While I was walking down there, I was thinking about basically what we're talking about. How do you get somebody to actually, become this kind of person where they're willing to delay their gratification, sacrifice the things they really want for the things or how do they sacrifice the things they want right now for the things they really want, right? Like right now, I would really like to just like be playing video games or, go into the range, working on my golf swing or playing golf. But what I really, really want more than that is to make enough money where I can be doing those things at fucking a country club that costs $1 million to join and another fucking 10, 20 bands a month, right? And I don't make enough money to do that right now. So I'm willing to sacrifice the shit I want to be doing right now for the things I really want in life, right? How do you help somebody become that? And I think what I was thinking about is you need to realize like why you need to do that. Now, for me in the beginning, it was like my girlfriend, my now wife, right? I wanted to become the kind of man that she deserves, the kind of man I knew I was able to be, right? What about your parents, right? How many of you guys have parents that you know are struggling financially? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you need to really tap into that and realize that shit. You have the ability to help them. You live in the age of the internet, motherfucker, where you can get access to shit like this, where I'm going to teach you something. All the information's already out there, already on my YouTube channel. It's available. Now I'm going to package up and make it really nice for you in the series. But everything is out there for you to learn to be able to help your parents. Like, if your mom is freaking out because she needs to like get a new tire and it's $400 and she doesn't have that, like, bro, you need to step up, right? Like, if you like, can you imagine how it would feel to show your parents, I just made $15,000. I just made $20,000. And then I'll be able to do that month after month. And then you're doing it multiple times a month, every single month, right? What is your girlfriend going to say, right? I need you to hold on to that feeling right there and realize, fuck, I need to get there. I need to be able to do that, all right? Do it for them, okay? Don't do it just for yourself, right? You need to attach somebody else, unselfishly, that you're going to be able to help from this information that I'm going to give you, okay? So, look, as I said, I'm going to give you guys the sauce. I'm going to teach you the things you need to know to be able to change your life, all right? I'm here and I'm doing this because I want you to be successful. Actually, I need you to be successful, all right? Because as I said, I'm self-interested. I need you guys to learn the things that I'm going to teach you so you can do deals, so me and you can do deals together. And that you start doing deals and you're over in fucking North Carolina. And now when I get a deal in North Carolina, I know I can send it to you. You're going to sell it. We're both going to make money. And you get a deal and it's in Arizona and I'm going to sell it and we're both going to make money, or whatever it is, right? I need you to become successful so that we can do deals together. I'm not in the business of wasting my fucking time, all right? Okay, so that's why I'm going to give you the information. But the only way this works is if we have a fucking understanding that I give you the correct information, you implement, all right? So again, if you haven't already, I need you to affirm in the comments that you're going to do this, all right? Introduce yourself, tell me your name, tell me what I need to know about you, and fucking affirm that you are going to take the steps that I'm going to give you. You're going to put in the work, you're going to watch the videos, and you're going to go be successful, and we're going to do deals together, all right? I need you to do that. And lastly, another thing I was thinking of is you need to realize, back in the vein of what I was saying, is normal people aren't willing to do shit like this. They aren't. Okay, they want to play it safe. They need to do things where they're going to get the shit they want right now, not the stuff they really want. Okay, you need to understand that you cannot be normal and be able to be successful doing this. And you also need to understand that you should not want to be normal. Okay, you're going to be fucking weird. People are going to make fun of you. People are not going to believe in you. And you don't want to know why? Because it scares them. Because you're willing to fucking take a chance on yourself and live outside of the way of the mainstream, right? Because you've seen what the mainstream is. That shit fucking sucks. Fucking working 5 days a week so you can go out, get fucking beers on Friday. Like, you don't want that, dude. You want to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, every single day, okay? And that starts by being a little bit uncomfortable, doing something you've never done before, learning a new skill, and getting after it, all right? Now, I told you, I promise you, I'm going to teach you everything I know about learning this skill so you can get there as quickly as possible, all right? I'm going to go through the steps in the way you need to learn them, in a way where basically every single day is going to be broken down. I'm going to teach you something, and then you're going to have homework, all right? Right now, all your homework is fucking subscribe because you need to see when the new video comes out. I'm going to record it tomorrow, and then my editor, whoever needs to fucking make the thumbnail or something, it'll be out, probably tomorrow or the next day, right? So you need to subscribe to the channel. You need to leave a comment and affirm. You need to fucking like this. Like, if you made it this far, you're ready. Like, come on, fucking like this, because you need the, right? We need to spread the love. We need other people to be able to see this as well. All right. And you need to watch every single video. And lastly, once you do get that first deal, come back to the comment that you initially made and let me know. Like, dude, I did it. I closed it. It funded today. $30,000 straight to the fucking bank, bro. I was fucking negative. Now I'm not. Now I'm up fucking $29,476 or whatever it is, all right? Dude, there's been so many times I've seen that, right? People have come in, I've taught them, what to do, and then all of a sudden they send me pictures of their bank accounts, their wires come in. It's like they had $4 and now they have fucking $40,004, shit like that. So I can't wait to see who's next, all right? Subscribe, we're gonna see you on the next video, all right? That is when shit is actually gonna get real, right? This video was, I know, look, I didn't actually teach you anything. Hopefully I fucking, I sat there and roasted you a little bit, and I hope that fucking hit home, and I hope you were like, oh shit, he's right? But look, no more of that. All the next stuff is just straight game. It's actually teaching you the shit you need to know, all right? So we're gonna start moving forward with that tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell you what the video is. I already have it broken down on what I know needs to be taught as soon as possible so you can start making money as soon as possible. And we're gonna get started on that first thing tomorrow, all right? So like, subscribe, we'll see you on the next one, and welcome to the fucking first day of the rest of your life.